Suppose that you have a pot full of water. If you heat it enough, it will boil. You're sure about it. But what about tossing a coin or throwing a dice? Let's see what possible outcomes we can have for each event. If you toss a coin, the result would be heads or tails. And if you throw a dice, there would be 6 outcomes: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Let's consider a coin first. Tossing a coin, you either get heads or tails. So there will be a 50% chance to get heads or tails for each tossing. Now suppose that we have 2 coins. What is the probability for tossing 2 coins? As you can see, we have 4 outcomes. And these are the probabilities for each outcome. What if we had 100 coins? What would be the probability of getting 100 heads? The probability of this outcome is 1 over 2 to the power of 100. However, this is the easiest case we can consider. We're going to discuss more complicated cases in another video. For a dice, we have 6 possible outcomes, and the probability for each outcome is 1/6. If we have 2 dices, for each dice we have 6 possible outcomes. So there are 36 possible outcomes for throwing 2 dices. Now look at this diagram. What is the probability of getting 2 6s? There's just one outcome among all 30 possible ones. Let's consider another case. What is the probability of getting at least a 3? There are 11 outcomes that have such a condition, and the probability is 11 over 36. Let's check another condition. What is the probability that the sum of 2 numbers is less than 12? The only case that doesn't have this condition is the last one. So there are 35 possible outcomes, and the probability is very close to 1 in this case. Probability is a number between 0 and 1. If we want to find the probability of an event, we can use this formula to calculate the probability. Capital N is the number of all possible outcomes, N is the number of outcomes in our desired event, and P is the probability that this event happens.